I don't know where I saw this, but something that I think would be really interesting for 911 to do with, like, Buddy when it goes canon. I'm saying when. I'm not allowing myself to have any doubt at this point, okay? I just can't. If I have to be delusional about it, I will be. Buddy's going canon. But I think it would be really interesting to have moments with them where they're like, I need to talk to my best friend, or can you be my best friend for a minute and not my boyfriend? Or even, I want to say I saw this in Hell's Bells, but I don't actually remember. Just, are you asking me as your best friend or as your boyfriend? Because they've been best friends for 7 years. And, you know, they do have a very unique friendship, and I will not deny that. But I think especially when they start dating, there will be a shift in it where they don't fully know how to act around each other. So I think something that could be really interesting with that is taking and just them taking note of this, and I don't know, I don't care who it would be, if it's Buck or Eddie, where they're like, okay, so things have been weird, and I noticed that, and we're still figuring this out, and that's okay. So how about you talk to me like I'm your best friend and not your boyfriend? Because I still am your best friend, even if I am also your boyfriend. And that's kind of like their way of, at least initially, talking about their insecurities and anxieties surrounding dating each other after having this established friendship that they've had for so long. Even, I think it'd be really fun to have a scene where they're kind of, they have like an argument or something, or like an awkward moment or anything, and they're kind of just sitting and like fidgeting and not knowing what to do, and one of them jokes, you know, usually when stuff like this happens with my past relationships, I'd be calling you about it. And so and essentially the way that they respond is just, okay, so if it wasn't me, what would you be saying right now? I think it would actually be a really interesting way to show how they learn to communicate effectively as partners, because both of them historically have had issues with communicating with their partners, but they seem to have a pretty good idea of how to communicate with each other. So it will be navigating the fact that they know how to communicate with each other as best friends, but they've never really figured out how to communicate with their partners. I think it'd be fun, and I don't know where I definitely have seen and heard this before. I've seen it for jokes, for Buddy specifically, like on Twitter, but otherwise I feel like I've seen it for other friends to lovers storylines. I don't think I've read it in any fics though, so if anyone wants to use that for a fic, like, feel free. I don't know, it just seems like a fun idea, and it feels like something that would make sense for them to do.